Bonjour, Professor Candido here with our Module 4 from Chapter 2, and we're going to talk about this command, the chmod. And I ask you, how would you pronounce that? I'll give you about 2 seconds to come up with it. If you said chmod, then you are a Unix expert. Some people want to call it chmod, but it's actually chmod. Permissions are who has access to a file, and I'm going to go over this overview of the learning module because we're going to refer back to it. So A means all, U is owner, G is group, others is O. R is read, W is write, X is execute. And we're going to come back and talk about these octal values later. So let's come on over here and let's create a file for us to work with right now. So we're going to do a history redirect his.txt, and it's just for practicing working with permissions. So I'm going to do an ls-his.txt. So I'm doing a long list, details, and I'm applying this filter, so I should only see one file, and there I am. So it's an ASCII text file, the owner, read, write, execute. Remember, owner and group. The next three here are the group, and the last three is everyone else on the machine. So I'm going to refer to my beautiful document I put together for us. All right, so remember A-U-G-O. So I'm going to come up here and say chmod A plus RWX, read, write, execute, for his.txt. I could actually, if I wanted to, use wildcards as well, but I'm not. Okay, let's go look. I up arrow to pull up my previous commands, and you can see the permissions change from read, write for the owner, read, write for the group, and read only for the others, that everyone has full rights to the file. Very dangerous, but I wanted to show you how to do it. Now notice by default, and default means by from the beginning, that these files that are created do not have execute. And that is one of the reasons why Linux does not have as many viruses as, say, the Windows. So here are some things we can do. I'm going to show you how to do this. I can say chmod, owner is U, equals read and write, no execute. The group equals read, and others I'm going to minus read, write, and execute. So what do you think the permissions will look like when I'm done with this? Notice I can use the equal sign, or I can use the minus sign, or I can use the plus. Plus gives it, minus takes away, and equal assigns it to exactly. So here's what the permissions are like. Aha! The owner has read, write. Perfect. Group only has read, no write, no execute, and others have nothing at all. But if I wanted to add permissions to it, I could do this. I could say others plus, I can do them any order I want. They can have read, write, comma, the group can have write. They're able to update the file. So see how I have multiple ways I can do it. This is called non-octal, no numbers. You use A, U, G, O, plus, minus, equal, and write being a W, read being an R, and X being execute. And you can see I actually added write permissions. So I added the write, and I added the read. Okay? So that's one way to do it. But you can see it can get kind of long. I'm going to show you the octal approach. So let's go look at that little document I put together. So remember, read equals an R, write equals a W, execute is an X. But if we use octal, octal means 0 through 8, we can use these numbers to set permissions quicker and faster than using the non-octal approach. So I'm going to ask you to bear with me. I'm going to do a chmod 740 on his.txt. If you notice, I got 3 characters here. This is the owner, this is the group, and this is the others. How do I come up with that 740? I'll show you. It's actually quite easy once you get used to it. 4 is read, 2 is write, 1's execute. If I add 4, 2, and 1, I come up with 7. So the owner in the first position gets read, write, and execute. The 4 is equal to read. Because I'm putting the second position, it is the group. And 0, I should actually put over here. 0 means nothing. So notice the third position, which is the others, get 0. Let's hit enter. Let's look at our permissions. And it worked. Now, I'd like you to try setting the permissions right now where the owner gets read and write, the group has read, and the others has read. So, how do I get to read and write? Would be a 4 and a 2 for the owner. 4 is read for the group, and 4 is read for others. Did it work? It most certainly did. Now I'd like you to set it where the owner has full permissions, that means read, write, and execute, and group has none, and others have none. If you say 700, remember the owner gets the first position, read, write, and execute. 4, 2, and a 1 is a 7, 0 is none. And there you are. So using numbers is octal. This is non-octal. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed it.